Shay Base? It's your girl Simply Shay here with our next video for our segment, Ladies Corner. So without further ado, let's go. Alright ladies, so in this video what I want to talk to you all about is understanding the importance that when you get into a relationship with someone, your relationship is between three people. You, your significant other, and God. No one else should have any other say, no one else should have any other input, any other control, or anything like that, any other weight on the relationship between you, your significant other, and God. And ladies, where we mess up, where we end up ruining relationships or almost ruin relationships, is we allow our girlfriends, we allow our moms, our best friends, and this one and that one, cousins and all that, to dictate our relationship, to dictate the way we interpret certain things, to dictate the way that we act, to dictate, the vibe that we give off. Oh, girl, no, you can't let him know that you like him like that. You need to be this way and that way. Oh, girl, no, because if that was me, like, we let things like that influence the way that we act in the relationship and whether or not we continue on in a healthy relationship. And that is so bad to do, simply because a lot of times, a lot of the women, the friends, the cousins, the moms, and the different people that we're getting this information from, that we're venting to, that we're talking to about different things that may have upset us in that moment, they're normally bitter, unhappy, or single people themselves. Some people are all three. And the worst thing that you can do is get relationship advice from someone who is bitter, from someone who obviously isn't in a relationship themselves, from someone who can't give you something of substance, something that can really, sustain a relationship, something that's actually good, sound, and definitely godly advice. A lot of times what we do as young women, our significant other does something that makes us mad. And guys, you do this too. But, our significant other does something that makes us upset, that frustrates us in the moment. And in all honesty, sometimes it's even us that we're just emotional, or taking it a little further than really what it is. And when we come down, we're like, it wasn't even that serious. But in the heat of the moment, we go and we're confiding in that best friend, we're confiding in the mom, we're confiding in the cousin, and the this one and the that one, and we're letting them talk in our ear, because girl, ooh, no, because I wouldn't, and ooh, girl, no, because what he said that to you, just boosting you up, feeding you nothing but foolishness, nothing, but substance. And it's not a person that will tell you, hey girl, I don't really think that you received that correctly. Hey girl, I don't really, we don't talk to those people, because we don't want to hear that. We want somebody that's gonna boost us up, that's gonna, match that energy, that's going to feed into the foolishness that we're already feeling. And it's so detrimental, because you're gonna go home, you're going to, text him, call him, go home to him, whatever, later on, okay, or a week from now, okay, the next day, okay, and it's like, yeah, babe, I forgive you, or yeah, babe, I was overreacting, I'm sorry. And the next time your best friend, the next time your mom, your cousin, your whoever sees him, ooh, I can't believe she's still with him after what he did. And now you have two important people in your life, or two people that are of equal importance to you, who you love maybe equally, or one a little bit more than the other, but you have two people that are important in your life that are now at odds. The guy doesn't know why your mom doesn't like him, why your best friend has an issue with him, but it's because every time something happens, instead of praying about it, instead of talking to God about it, or instead of talking to him about it, you run to everyone else. You run and talk to your best friend. You run and you talk to your mom. You run and you talk to this one and you talk to that one. And it is so detrimental to our relationships. And it's the reason why we have so many failing relationships, because we don't know how to keep our relationship between you, your significant other, and God. At the end of the day, God should be the only outside person that has a say in your relationship. And really, he shouldn't be an outside person. He should be the foundation of the relationship. He should be what the relationship is built off of. Okay, you know what? I may not have received it right. Let me go pray for a moment. Give me a second. Let me regroup myself. Let me talk to God. Let me figure out, what it is, whether it was me that missed it or whether it was you that missed it, and we'll come back and regroup. That's how the conversation needs to go. You know what, Lord? I'm frustrated. He done said this to me and it really hurt my feelings, or it really made me mad. It really, did this. God, I need you to show him the error of his ways. But God, in showing him the error, also, if it was me that was wrong, I need you to show me. You have to get in a realm where you're not just seeking advice from everybody. You're not just venting to everybody. And don't get me wrong, because there are some people in your life, that can give you word of sustenance, that can give you advice of sustenance, something godly. My dad, for me, is that person. My dad definitely, and it's crazy because my dad loves me to death and would fight for me, but my dad is probably one of the only people that I know that won't hold grudges, that I know I can say, man, Dad, this happened and that happened and it made me feel this type of way, and my dad is going to push himself aside and he's going to give me godly advice. And not only is he going to give me godly advice, but he's not going to hold that against the person. My dad is always telling me, hey, at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell you who you should and shouldn't be with or anything like that. I just want you to know, I just want to know that this person loves God. I just want to know that this person, honors God. And as long as he's loving and honoring God and talking to God daily, I know, God will guide him in the way that he needs to love you and treat you. But that my dad is that person. My dad, I can remember my dad telling me one time about forgiveness, and he was just expressing to me just some things him and my mom had been through, and he was just saying, for me, if you ever get in a situation where you decide that you're going to forgive someone, where you're where you have at odds in a relationship, and you decide to forgive that person for what they've done, you have to forgive them. You have to forgive them for it all, and you have to let it go. You have to be able to decide within yourself whether what they've done, is worth you forgiving, whether you can get over that, whether you can continue on in the relationship after that. And when he told me that, I was like, man, that was really powerful. It's like, man, that was really good, but you have to be able to find people like that, or a person. I don't even want to say people, because you don't want everybody, first and foremost, to know your business. Everybody doesn't have good intentions. I know that's probably hard to believe, but all of your friends, your cousins, your moms, your aunties, and all of those people, they don't always have the best intentions in mind. Sometimes they don't even know, They aren't even in a place spiritually to be attuned to discernment in the Holy Spirit, to be led to give you the right advice. And so it's so important to make sure, if you're going to seek outside advice, if you're going to seek an outside person to vent to, or something like that, that it's a godly person, that it's someone that you trust, that it's someone that's going to offer you godly advice, that it's someone that's not going to blast all of your information, and all your secrets and all of those things out. And first and foremost, you also have to make sure that just like you're ready and willing to vent to someone else, that you're willing to have that same conversation with your partner, first and foremost. That you're willing to also have that same conversation with God, because God is the only one that, again, can show your partner themselves and can also show you. I can attest to that, being in a place where I didn't necessarily see how I was wrong in a situation, and I'm just like, Lord, I just need you to work it out. And I had to quiet myself and get out of my flesh and say, you know what, God, I also need you to show me if it's me, or how I contributed to it, or if there was a way I could have done it better. And he did just that. That's how I figured out that I shut down. That's how, all of the things that I've talked to you guys about, me shutting down, me not wanting to let people be there and stuff like that, can sometimes contribute it to disagreements. And had I gone out and be like, man, girl, let me tell you, at the end of the day, whether anybody else knew it or not, I would have looked dumb to myself. Girl, you just did all this and said all that, and technically this was your fault. Technically you were the one in that. That's what happens. We get in these relationships and we want to be selfish. We get in these relationships and we want to be prideful. We get in these relationships and we don't think about the other person. And I've told you guys before, in a relationship, you are supposed to look out for the other person and the other person is supposed to look out for you. And as long as you both are looking out for each other and no person is looking out for themselves, you both will be covered, because he'll have your back and she'll have your back. You know what I mean? You have to be able to look out for each other. You have to be able to have God as the foundation of the relationship. Because if God isn't the foundation of the relationship, it's going to crumble. It may be good for a few months, maybe good for a few weeks, for a year, maybe two, pushing it. But if God isn't the foundation of the relationship, if you guys can't pray together, if you guys can't have moments where you say, okay, hey, whoa, we need to stop. We need to pray really quick. Or, hey, I'm going to go and I'm going to pray and you're going to go and you're going to pray. We're going to come back and pray together and talk. You know what I mean? Even if, you're so upset you don't want to pray with the person at that moment. Hey, you know what? I'm just going to go do my own thing really quick. I just need to get myself together. I need to get my mind right. But you have to be willing to set yourself aside. You have to be willing to say, okay, well, where could I have done better? How could I have said this better? How could I have fixed this? And granted, the answer may be nowhere. But the point is that you stop to assess the situation first. You stop to seek God first. And then you spoke to your partner about it, because he's the one that you're in the relationship with. She's the one you're in the relationship with. If you guys can't talk really to each other, can't be real with each other, maybe you should be in a relationship with your best friend or your mama or your cousin, if that's the only person that you can be real and We have to get to a place where we stop including everyone else but God in our relationships. We have to get to a place where we stop speaking out of emotion to any and everyone that will listen. We have to get to a place where we stop acting in emotion to any and everyone, that will listen. Ladies, and I mean, gentlemen, you do it too. A lot of you mama's boys do it too. Or you talk to your bros or different things like that. And then you wonder why your mama looking at your girl sideways, why your bro like, ugh, I don't really like her. She's bad for him, when really he just has commitment issues. Really, he just can't communicate very well. You get what I'm saying? You have to get to a place where you stop spewing all of your emotionalness and all of the problems, and even if they are real problems, in your relationship to everyone else but the person in the relationship. Ladies, the friends is who I'm talking about. The friends and the mamas and the cousins. Stop giving people advice out of your own place of hurt. It's okay that you're hurt. It's okay you haven't healed all the way. It's okay, you know what I mean, that you're still battling your own things. But own that, acknowledge that, and do not try to give anybody else advice based off of that. That girl boyfriend is not Lil Pete from down the street. He ain't got the same intentions that you knew Lil Pete from down the street had. That God showed you several times he had, and now you're projecting your relationship issues, your past hurts, your, bitterness and heartache onto somebody else. Baby girl, heal from it. Heal from it. Heal from it. Stop allowing it to rule your life and then trying to make it rule somebody else's. I just want to encourage you guys to get to a place where you understand the key players in your relationship, where you understand what it looks like to be successful in a relationship, and the importance of always including God first and foremost in that relationship. No one else can give you better advice than the person who hopefully put you two together. Now, if you ain't consult God to even get with the person, I can't really help you. I mean, you can still, try and make him the foundation and all that jazz. You can still do that, you know what I'm saying? But is it really going to be as prosperous as if you waited for him to the person that you was that it was supposed to be with? I think my form has gotten better. You know what I mean? Is it going to be as prosperous? Is it going to be as sound? Is it going to be as epic as if you would have waited? As if you wouldn't have been listening to your cousin and your sister and your aunt telling you, oh yeah, girl, because he got money and he could do this for you, and he's beating on you. His communication sucks. His commitment isn't there. He cheats on you. But that's the person that they telling you to be with. Oh girl, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? You just gotta stop doing what you do to make him mad. What? What did you just say? Or flip it, the opposite. The person that God told you to be with. Oh girl, because he too this for me. Oh no, he too churchy. Oh no, he too lame. Oh my gosh, are you really? Oh my God, you can't never go out anymore. I'm sorry that I'm trying to be in a healthy relationship. Like, y'all pray together? Wow, because that's a lot. Wow. You know, you have to be able to pick up on the people that are for you and the people that are just there. The people that are there for you really genuinely can offer you sound advice, just want to see you happy. Hey, if you've consulted God about it, I'm all behind you. And the people that's just there just to say what they got to say. So, ladies, remember, God, you, your significant other. No one else. No one else has a say. No one else holds weight. Only people that can take that power are people that you give it to. And if your man is doing it, have the conversation with him. Send him this video. Guys, this is for you too. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Listen, let me know if you guys still want me to post on Thursday. I know it's going to be a holiday, so I know people are going to be with family and all that jazz. So just let me know if you guys still want me to post Ladies Corner on Thursday. If not, I can do it a day early or something like that. But yeah, comment, DM me, message me, email me, whatever. And let me know if you guys still want me to do one on the holiday. I'm still trying to kind of figure out if I want to do that. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Remember, continue to grow and glow. Bye.